Hey guys, Harv here, and welcome back to Career Mode with your host, HOCgaming. Me. In the previous episode, we landed on the moon for the first time in this series, which I'm ashamed at. You know, I thought it would have been way earlier than that, but yes, we successfully landed and returned from the moon in episode 7. What's now? I think we extend our reach a little. I think we need to shoot past the moon, and perhaps to Minmus. Which technically should be easier. Why is this here? Oh, I don't know. Which technically should be easier, considering the fact it takes less delta V to land on Minmus than on the moon. However, landing on Minmus requires a more precise trajectory, thought out a little more carefully. So that is going to be our aim for today. We have this ship, which was dreamt up, I think. If we're following the canon of this series, this was actually created in a dream. Jeb must have given the design to the engineers upon landing back at the KSC and gone, "Make this!" And they went, "Okay, where did you get these engineering designs for?" I dreamt them up. Rocketry is logical. And we have boosters, we have everything, yeah, everything in the correct stage. Awesome. It turns out quick loading does not roll back your designs. Which makes sense, but equally if you're talking about your canon within the universe, it probably should. I don't know, you could get pretty damn aggravated if that was the case. I mean, quick loading accidentally is enough, but if it deleted designs you spent ages working on, that would be even worse. So yes, you may have noticed that I keep on clearing my throat. It feels like I have sandpaper down it, and I don't quite know why. Not quite sandpaper, just kind of generic grunge of some description. Anyway, I think we're going to launch straight into orbit and then choose when we want to launch for Minmus. So, throttle up, resources, launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off! Jebediah Kerman looks out through his little command module and sees absolutely nothing. Leaving behind the VAB, the spaceplane hangar, the Kerbal Space Center in general, really. With this wonderful ship, rocketry is in fact logical. We have a hell of a lot of science on here. Three goo things. In fact, we haven't actually unlocked the next tier of science, have we? That's the inline science experiments, which give us more bang for our buck, apparently. More science. No, they must do, otherwise it would just be useless having them. Let us observe mystery goo whilst in flight. It wobbles. Hey, scientific value, 7. Let's keep that. Drop these empty boosters, there we go. And we can tip ourselves over a little bit. Why? Because I need something to do. There we go, just a little, not too much, don't be too hasty. We usually tip over 22.5 degrees at 9 kilometers, so we can tip over a bit early. And that should be fine, seeing as we do have quite a powerful ship here. This is a lot of engines. There's the moon up there in the distance, in the distance, in the sky, up there above us. For centuries, for longer than centuries, man has dreamt about going to the moon. Kerbal's never had a chance to dream about it, they just went immediately. What's that grey thing up there in the sky? I don't know. Let's go land on it, okay. Yeah, the Kerbals developed their space technology before the wheel. This is true, this is fact. In the game's canon. Canon, for those of you who don't know, canon in this context means storyline, I suppose. Events, it's a timeline of events. This happened before this, and this happened. This is officially what happened. It's the canon. Anyway, 20, we're going quite fast, so we can probably afford to be at this inclination, this orientation, this whatever nation. And we can drop these as soon as they run out and potentially start talking about other things other than the game, because there's quite a few things that have been on my mind recently that I would like to share with you. Next stage, there we go. Beautiful separation there. Merchandise. HOCgaming is finally selling himself out. Yes, HOCgaming merchandise. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? It's just extra stuff for you, really. It's opportunity for you to wear shirts that will no doubt embarrass yourself in front of your friends. And this is a good thing. This is something that you want. Why? Because I'm telling you so. And you can trust me because I'm a person on the internet. And that is what highlights trust, obviously. Now, the t-shirt designs are going to be interesting because it's going to be stuff, obviously got to be stuff related to this channel, but it can't be anything that has any Kerbal likenesses in it because that's Squad's intellectual property. So exactly as we cut our engines, exactly what I'm going to make, I'm not sure. It will probably involve jet cars, queen wheelies, artificial gravity, I don't know. You know what, I could be really lazy, I could just have one which has got, "Hey guys, Harv here," on it. No, I'm not going to do that. That's rubbish. I want you to wear things that actually make sense. Vaguely make sense. I don't know. Welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. Nope, KSP, that's their copyright. Yeah. We'll see. But if merchandise is something that you would be interested in, it's probably going to be t-shirts, because there's a very good website called District Lines that all the YouTubers use, and, you know, following the path already laid out ahead of me seems like a clever thing to do. It's proven that District Lines is popular with YouTubers for whatever reason over other stores. So, and they only do t-shirts, so yes. HOCgaming t-shirts, perhaps. We'll see, we'll see. There's no comments anymore, so like this video, hey, like and subscribe if you want to, yeah, that's the best way for you to tell me this. In fact, if you don't want any merchandise, just like and subscribe anyway. It's probably for the best. Seeing as, you know, I know quite a lot about my content, and I can guarantee that you liking and subscribing is the best thing for you to do in your situation. Anyway, we're in orbit now, so we want to go out to Minmus, don't we? That's what I said. Minmus being over here. Oh, perfect. There's a node right there. Oh, wow. That is perfect. That's probably, to cover that distance, the time taken for Minmus to cover that particular distance is probably about the time it'll take us to go from this side up there. I'm going to use maneuver node, unlike usual, because I do want to make sure beforehand. Oh, okay, that's in planetary space. There we go. There's an okay. AVG scan. I don't care. Go away. There's an encounter. Perfect. Wasn't that absolutely wonderful? That is massive coincidence, and it's right on the node as well. So I don't actually have to change inclination. This is excellent. Okay, I can remove that, and we'll time warp. Look at that beautiful, beautiful ground. It's mainly blue, actually. It's kind of textureless. This is beautiful ground. There we go. Anyway, coming around the side, there's our node. So the reason we don't have to change our inclination, because as you can see, it's in a very inclined orbit. The reason we don't have to change this is because this is where that inclined orbit passes over the equator. It's where it is level with our current orbit that we have right now. So if we just extend that out, then Minmus will be at the right height above the equator, I guess, for us to actually, you know, hit it, which is what we want. Admittedly, we might be controlled hitting it, but you know, it's just hitting it all the same. Even hitting it at 1,000 meters per second and hitting it at 2 meters per second, there's very little difference there. They're both kinetic energy. All it is that one has some structural impact and the other one has less so. Although in KSP, until recently, if you did land at 2 meters per second, then you probably were in for some structural impact. I say recently. Recently is in a year ago. Okay, so not particularly recently, but you know, it was a thing. 3,000 meters per second. Oh, slow that down. Don't want to overshoot. Don't want to waste any fuel. Although we do have loads. We have tons of fuel. And considering Minmus, oh, there we go, missed it. God damn it. It's more of a hassle than waste of fuel. It's just, oh, I have to turn the ship all the way around. This is why RCS is good, because you can just burn backwards and it'll work. There we go, there's an encounter. Okay. That may not have been the best of encounters. Hang on, let me just burn prograde a little. This is why I use physics acceleration, so I can turn my ship quicker. Okay, we just want to burn a little bit prograde, or along the 90, just anywhere. And get a bit of a closer encounter. Damn it. Whereabouts do we want to be burning? We will be here when our target is here. So we want to be going... actually, yeah, we actually want to be pointing the way that this is taking us. Down here. There we go. That's an encounter. We can work with that. So little gravity that it shouldn't take much effort. Just enter the thingy-majobby. Let's burn straight upwards as well. You like this, and burn straight upwards like this, and we should be burning straight towards it. There we go. Oh, what's about maneuver node? I don't know. Oh dear, that's... No, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. I'm increasing my velocity and I'm not getting an encounter. Oh, actually, I'm now burning in the wrong direction. I was in the right direction until I ruined it. Come on. Yes, 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 over this way. I forget that we're travelling so slow that any burn makes a big impact on your trajectory. So, if we burn in this direction... It's this trim. I feel like there's trim, but there shouldn't be. It's my ship is being thrown in one direction that I don't like, for no apparent reason. There we go. Encounter. Okay. We go through here. And we... are in an orbit around Minmus, or kind of an orbit. We're in the sphere of influence, put it that way. Now if we just burn retrograde. Not the most efficient way to get into orbit, but it works. And there we... oh, nearly. And there we go. Oh wow, we actually had an impact before... Yep. Okay, where do we want to land? Let's look at this. We would prefer to land in the daylight. Priority number 1, and that is going to be in this direction, more south. We don't really have to worry about those things that we do with the moon, like slingshotting around, skimming above the ground and burning retrograde just as we're travelling at lateral velocities. We don't really care with Minmus because the gravity is so low. I mean, we're only travelling 9 meters per second right now. 9 meters per second! Admittedly, we are at the apoapse, the slowest point in your orbit, but still. It's got such a small gravitational field that it really doesn't take much. There we go. This trajectory is taking us down onto that ice bed. So let's swap back to this and time warp down. See Minmus below us? Beautiful Minmus. In fact, let us detach from this stage. There we go. We got a full stage now. Ooh, okay. Bring it down slowly. Oh, hang on. Thing is, it rotates, right? The moon itself does rotate, and our trajectory doesn't account for that. So now I need to be burning a bit more north and to the east to get ahead of this rotation. So about there. Let's see. Yes, that should definitely work. Okay, coming in. Right over the ice bed in the middle of the mountains. What's our altitude? 60 kilometers and falling rapidly 20 kilometers. Nearly 10 kilometers, 15. Still only traveling 200 meters per second. 6 kilometers, 5 kilometers, and we'll start burning now because it would be kind of reckless not to. So we're burning up. Hey, we have so much acceleration that we could have decelerated probably at probably 1 kilometer and been okay, actually, accounting for the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, let's fall a bit more. Can't time accelerate past 1 times. Nonsense. 4 times. There we go. And these ice beds are at sea level, so we should be okay. 500 meters. Open up the landing gear and bring it down. Not too quickly. We do want to get down there pretty sharpish. Hovering around. Unnecessary time wasted is unnecessary fuel wasted. But we do, all the same, we want to be decelerating at all times. So, 6 meters per second. Oh, rising. 6, 5, 6. And point retrograde. Velocity coming down. Just shutting off my engines. Pogoing, pogoing. And we have contact. Very nice and gentle. Beautiful. Let's take a look there. Observe mystery goo. You observe the goo. Okay. That was only worth 50 value. We'll keep that data. Another thing I want to do is observe the mystery goo on the highlands, but I'm not sure it will make much difference. Do we want to sample? Because we can only take one sample back with us. So do we want to sample on the... Oh, electrical charge is running out because I've got the SAS on. Damn. I was going to suggest, do we take one sample here and then transmit that back and then take another one, but we don't have sufficient electrical charge. So that's not going to happen. There's our thumbnail. Smile. There we go. That's the sound that a camera makes. Anyway, that is it for this episode. So, next episode we're going to be moonwalking, or Minmus walking, and we're going to decide what we're going to do as our power slowly drains away. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Career Mode, and I shall see you all next time.